Hey my friends, let's talk about the soul purpose, how to find your soul purpose. And what is soul purpose? Soul purpose, soul purpose, soul purpose. It is a reason why you're here as a soul being having a human experience. So why we are here on the first place? We can say on the first place we're here to have fun, to experience emotions, to experience feelings, and to taste everything, to sense everything. But after we do it, we find out that when we satisfy ourselves, when we get into the safe zone, the comfort zone, we find out that we lose the sense of meaning. So we get in drugs, in alcohol, in different things to quiet down the pain, to quiet down the suffering. But the reason that we can thrive is that we grow, right? If we are growing, we can thrive out of any circumstances, of any situation, we can grow out of it. So if we truly want to be our greatest versions, we need to find a meaning to grow, right? We need to find a reason to grow. And the only way to find a reason to grow is to know yourself. When you know yourself, you will know what is good for you and what is not good for you, what is not serving you anymore. Whatever is not serving us, it's time to let go of it. Whatever is serving us, we need more of it. Let's learn about it. Let's educate ourselves about it, right? So we are walking that journey of the present moment, where we are experiencing things in the present moment, which is a fun experience if we are not lost in the minds. When we are lost in the mind, wandering and thinking about other things, sooner or later, wait, I will just move it a little bit. Sooner or later, we will lose ourselves in the mind, and we will forget that we are actually here in the present moment. When we are losing ourselves in the mind, we get all our energy to certain thoughts, to the field of thoughts. We are giving our energy there, but we are actually here, so we are getting exhausted, even if we didn't do much here in the present moment. So, how to find your soul purpose? We're living in different states of mind, right? One is when we are daydreaming, one is when we are wandering, one is when we are stressed and worrying, one is when we are present and conscious. One is when we are creative, creative expression, which is also being present, but we are expressing ourselves out of the present state. You can be present, for example, in meditation, but if you don't do anything with it, you're just experiencing the present moment. Usually people are writing books out of the experiences, so they can bring what they've experienced to the world, so people can learn from it. That's how we can add a meaning to grow. When we find, okay, that person experienced that kind of awakening, I want to experience it as well. That's a meaning to grow. When we see somebody is growing a certain business, and we say, well, that person is abundant, I want to experience that as well. That's another reason to grow, or meaning to grow. That's how soul is experiencing, or like urging to experience different things, so it can learn from life, from this third dimension, how everything feels like. But the soul purpose is much greater. It is deeper than that. Soul purpose is the reason why we came here. When we saw the planet Earth, we saw what is happening. And before we get here now, we knew that there's something we can bring on. There's something we can bring to people. Let's bring it there. Because humanity need that. So we came here with a certain purpose as soul beings. And what is that purpose? I can't tell you what is your soul purpose, because I don't know what is your soul purpose, but only you can find it out. I can tell you how you can find it out. If you step out of your mind, you will find it out. You can set the intention. But let's learn how to find out your soul purpose. First of all, in our daily lives, we are observing, analyzing, criticizing everything around us. Not many times we go within and we observe how we feel, and based by how we feel we react or act or, do certain things. We are observing our environment. Well, it's beautiful. Well, it's, I don't know what's wrong with that, and so on. I would do things differently, that stupid guy, We are observing things and analyzing and criticizing. At that point, we are in beta brainwave state. Brain is in beta brainwave state. In that state, if I will say to you, you have a soul, you will say, yeah, how you can prove that? Probably it's not true. Then you will start researching a little bit the science, because analytical mind is obsessed with science, which is nothing wrong with it. It's actually great, because we are educating our minds. Not believing everything you see, not believing everything you hear. You want to find proofs for yourselves. That's actually our power, which is awesome. But when we relax a little bit, you can just sit down in nature or wherever you are, you can sit down and you will say, okay, now I want to disconnect from my analytical mind a little bit. I want to get into a calmer state, which is alpha state. I want to relax. I want to experience that calmer state. And you will go from beta, from analyzing outer environment, you will go into alpha state, which is a more relaxed state, where you become more sensible. Like what is happening within you. Some people start crying here because they experience so many stored emotions in their bodies. We become more sensible, we sense more things. Many times at the times of new moon and full moon, people are sensing more things because the energy is more present or more increased. Emotions are more increased. We get more emotional. And when we get more emotional, if we are ignoring our emotions, we get more stressed and more angry, or more hyped and excited. Depends how good we are listening our emotions. Or more creative. If you are truly good with listening your emotions, you will get more creative and you will express them. Because when we feel whatever we feel, if we will decide to express it, we will get inspired by that feeling. When you feel loved, if you will express that love, you will get even more excited by love. I can touch somebody with that emotion. Or whatever it will be. It's powerful. The creative process. So that's why I'm always saying creatively express yourself, because that's your gift. But now when we're in alpha state, in that state, you get more connected with the soul, with the true self. In that state, you can ask your soul, what is my purpose? You can send the intention. Setting the intention means that your soul will start guiding you to find the answer. Why your soul is not pushing you to get onto the right track? Because you have a free will. Mind has a free will. And when something has a free will, nobody can push you to do something because you have a free will. But when you set the intention, you asked for help. And when you've asked for help, you will get help at the right time. So you can set the intention and forget about it, because it will find you. Not today, not tomorrow, not whenever. It will find you at the right time. It will find you when you will be ready. And you will be ready when you will be opened enough. That's why it's so important practicing connection with the soul, going into alpha state, going into theta state. Explore meditation. Explore observing the nature, because nature is our greatest teacher. Go outside and just observe details, how everything is flowing, how everything is moving, how birds are singing, why they are singing, what is happening. Yesterday I was sitting on a beach and I was observing the waves, and like always, even if you're observing the river, it is constantly flowing. Waves are constantly flowing. They are constantly coming, and new wave and new wave and new wave. And what is happening? You can see that in nature everything is flowing. Everything is constantly flowing. If we are present enough, if we expand our minds, we will see that in nature everything is flowing constantly. Everything is flowing. And because everything is nature, we can see, well, abundance is constantly flowing. If I can become aware enough, nature is abundant, then I'm abundant as well. And if nature is constantly, everything is flowing, then abundance is also flowing. If I'm not so much lost in that mindset of lack, mindset of separation, I will constantly be connected to abundance, which is already all around me. If I can see it, I can feel it. If I can feel it, I will attract it. That's the law. If I can see it, I will feel it. If I can think about it, I will feel it. If you can feel it, you will attract it. That's the law. But what it has to do with your soul's purpose? Your soul wants to see you happy. So every time when you're observing things which brings you positive emotions, your soul is happy for you and you're becoming more connected with it. You're actually enjoying life. That's what life is all about. So if you want to find your soul's purpose, connect with it consistently. Practice that connection. And whatever we are practicing, we become good at it. So if you will be practicing it, you will become good at it and you will start communicating with the soul. And then you will be able to sit down, to take a piece of paper, write a question for your soul, and you will feel the answer from the soul. You will write it down and you will create that beautiful conversation with the soul. And it will guide you to the purpose. So another great thing how we can find the purpose, your soul's purpose, is to just think in which kind of areas in your life you're truly happy. Where you're so excited to do those things. And then ask yourself, what in that current situation is triggering your happiness, your joy, your excitement? What exactly is triggering? Is it contribution? Is it a way of help that I'm providing? Is it my own expression when I'm writing my ideas down? Is it ability that I'm able to share my ideas with others so I can help them grow businesses and other things? Go deeper into it, into any area, any moment where you are truly happy. And ask yourself, what was the trigger for that happiness? What was the trigger that you felt so great about it? Even when you're observing the nature, ask yourself, why I feel so good right now? Maybe because I'm present, maybe because I see so much abundance in nature, maybe because I see all the details. Maybe you have a truly good eye for seeing details. Maybe you're here so you can see details which other people can't see. Maybe you can see the art in nature. and you want to provide more of that art to others. Maybe you want to teach people how to see more art in nature, how to see the beauty of nature, because most people are walking like that, through life, blinded. Not literally, but because we are lost in minds and we can't see what is truly happening. It can be your purpose to show those people, hey, wake up, that's why you're here, wake up. So it's a powerful gift, but you need to develop it. You need to work on that. So that's why I'm saying, practice connection with the soul. Connect with it. Create a beautiful relationship with it. And it will constantly be guiding you to the right moments, to the right events, to the right people. So you will be able to grow as one, soul and mind being one. Mind as a tool, but soul as a being. So you are a being, having a mind for creating. Mind is a tool. It's like a hammer. But soul is a being which is using that hammer for building stuff. Okay, so that's it. So we will finish it here. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful time, my friends, and see you soon. One love.